I have given you authority. I have given authority over all the power of the enemy. God, remind me who I am. The truth, a thought is a suggestion, not your identity, not who you are. Feeling fear doesn't mean you are fearful. There's a time I believe that every thought that came into my mind, if I thought it, I assumed it was me. But I learned something freeing. Thoughts come and thoughts go, but identity is chosen. I don't have to agree with everything I think. Let me say it one more time. I don't have to agree with everything that I think. When we think about some of those negative thoughts that we've been talking about over the last week or so, I'm not enough. I can't do it. I'm bad. Whatever those thoughts are, those don't have to become you. But remember that we have to replace those thoughts with new thoughts. We can't just look and say, remove it. I want to remove that thought. But some of us, we think, okay, just because it hit our mind, that somehow that is who we are. And so when we think about the science that goes behind it, your brain produces thoughts consistently and constantly. And we do 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. Most of those are all automatic, right? The things that we just think, the things that, hey, I got to get up, I have to get into my car, I have to put the key, whatever those things that are automatic that we do all the time. Some of the thoughts that we have are just, generating our body being able to move. I need some water. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. All those things in the thoughts that we have. And so this is called our default mode network activity. And so those are the things that we have produced over time. And the older you are, those automatics. But the cool thing about it is any thoughts that are automatic, the way that our brains work can be changed. So if you've looked up for your whole life and says, you woke up your whole life and you said, I'm no good, or I'm not great enough, or whatever those things are that you've thought over and over and over for the last 15, 20 years, depending on how old you are right now. The cool thing about our brain is those all can be changed. So those mechanisms can be restructured. We can replace those thoughts, but we have to do it intentionally. When we say we wake up on purpose and we live with intention, that means that we wake up on purpose and we change the thoughts that are in our mind so that we can become the person that we decided that we need to be. So awareness allows us to step back and observe thoughts instead of identifying with them. Sometimes because it's so automatic that we don't even think of the thoughts that we're thinking, and they just become the things that we're like, I can't do this. You've already said that to yourself so many times. I can't, the person who says, I need my alarm clock to wake up every single day because I won't wake up if I don't have my alarm clock. Well, that's I don't negative for positive thought. But if you believe that and you want to wake up without your alarm clock, you can retrain your brain to wake up every single day at the time that you want it to, and it will do it. Because your mind is this powerful thing that has the ability to do it. You absolutely 100% don't need an alarm clock. But if you told yourself that you need an alarm clock and you started believing, and that's your identity, that I need an alarm clock. I'm always late to work and I get written up for being at work. And that's just how it's going to be. And I got to try to make sure that I wake up and be able to do it. I can't get moving in the morning is one of those functions that people tell themselves. And that's absolutely not true. And so if that's a thought that you have and a belief that you have, and that's automatic, it continues to be out. You didn't even think, I have to wake up. Right? So now you start retraining your brain, and you said, no, I need to do this. I need to retrain what I'm thinking, and now I'm doing it. Now I operate. Some people get up in the morning and they don't have a smile on their face. They're dreary. They're like, oh, I just got to get going. I can't get going. There's no need for that. Right? You can say, I am going to wake up with a smile on my face. I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to tell everybody, have a great day. You can retrain your video because it doesn't have to be automatic. So the heart of the connection today is you are not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. And the invitation is, what thought have you been identifying with? And we've been thinking about these thoughts all week long. So I hope you've written a whole bunch of them down, that you put them down in your journal, you put them down in your promise journal, and you're starting to rethink the thoughts of getting up every morning, your thoughts of what you do every day during the day, your thoughts about what you say to others that you come across. I don't like that person. Well, is that a thought? Is there a reason that you don't need to like that person? If you want to like that person, you can like the person, no matter who they are, no matter what they do, no matter what they say to you. You can begin to like them. You can train your brain to be able to do that. So the invitation today is, what thought have you been identifying with that you want to change? And then let's figure out a way to change it. So label one thought as just a thought today. This isn't who I am. This isn't what I have to be. This is how I'm going to retrain my brain to be. And so the short prayer here is, Lord, help me separate truth from passing through thoughts or passing thoughts. Help me separate truth. We went to that whole list, and if you need to go back a couple days, it was day 95 or 96 that we went through, and I gave you a list of 100 words that you may be saying to yourself that you no longer need to say to yourself. So the questions for today is, do you think people confuse thoughts with identity? Of course they do. What separates a thought from truth? And why identity is so important? Why is identity so important? I'm going to put these in the chat like we do. And I'm going to post them so that you guys will have them to ponder on and think of if you want. So we'll get rid of those.